Welcome to the Bridgeside Network. I'm Mr. Bridgeside, and this is my weekly live stream at 7 p.m. on Mondays, talking tech and creativity. Send us your questions as always, and we'll get to them. We're here to help you figure things out creatively and technically. And welcome to the stream for the first time, a good friend and broadcast professional, Mr. Greg Link. How are you, buddy?
Good. How you doing, pal? Been a long time since I've seen that face of yours.
I know. I haven't seen many faces lately, but it's good to chat with you, man. Good to have you here.
Yeah, it's an interesting world we're living in and working in these days. You know, everybody's huddled up at home and trying to make things work.
Yep. And we are guys who are known for making things work as engineers. I know that you've helped me a lot through my journey technically and figuring out how I built my whole space. This is my house in Brooklyn. This is my back room of the house, and my garage is a studio, and you are a big part of actually helping me figure out how I would do it. And I owe a lot of my technical prowess to you, Greg, so I'm happy to have you. And Greg, can you just quickly just tell people, you know, who you are and what you do? And where are you from?
I'm born and raised outside of Philadelphia. Consider Pennsylvania still my home, but I spent a lot of time in the New York metro area. As a matter of fact, I think I just told you this a little while ago. I actually, beginning of this year, for the first time in quite some time, took a full-time job in the business again. I had been freelance for going on 20 years and got a great offer from a really strong company in New York. Let's say it was an opportune time. The company's been great through the whole.
Oh, I think he dropped out.
Listen and keeping,
you dropped
keeping
out for
us
a second
working.
there,
Yeah, I know. I dropped out there. The beauty of the web.
Yes, this is Wirecast Rendezvous.
Yeah, it's interesting. I need to spend some time looking at it. But like I was saying, so yeah, I took a full-time job with a great company in Manhattan. And they've been dynamite at keeping us all working, keeping us employed. It was a very opportune time. It worked out really well for us.
I'm happy to hear that you're still busy. A lot of people aren't as lucky, but your talents come in vital in this time because broadcasters are important to keeping people informed and connected.
Yes, so, and that's it's what we're all trying to do is get information out there in whatever ways are possible.
Yes, and I want to welcome Natalie Fisher to the stream. How are you, Natalie? Let us know if you have any questions we can get to. You have two broadcast professionals here, seasoned vets, and Greg. As I said, you're my friend, a mentor, and I'm happy to have you. We're going to talk, how the world is changing a little. Stuff we've been doing for a while is becoming kind of normal to people now, right? So with the advent of teleconferencing, and everyone's doing it now, and this is stuff we've been tweaking and figuring out, for a long time. And yes.
Well, yeah, I think what we're going to see happen, especially in the corporate world. Everybody's been talking about the teleconference for years. They've been building teleconferencing rooms for distance learning and doing meetings, yet they've never taken to and started using them. They've done it, but they still fly their people all over the world to meet face to face. And I think this situation.
Well, we keep getting some dropouts here. I think he's out in PA, but you dropped out again.
Again, I'm a question there. I'm not a question mark anymore. But I think what we may see happen now is because corporations are forced to use these conferencing tools that they've been trying to use over the years, maybe we're going to see them start to take hold and get used more often.
Yeah, it's interesting. Is this the new norm? I question, who knows? For me, I've been live streaming for a while. Actually, I haven't been at the broadcast studio in Manhattan as much, but I've been live streaming, and this is the world of live streamers now using Zoom and Skype and things like this for podcasts. Everyone has a podcast nowadays, right? So it's now everyone's learning how to do it. And it's just like people didn't know how to use smartphones like 10 years ago. Now everyone and their grandmother knows how to, send text messages and stuff.
Yeah, podcasting's taken off. Yeah, you really have been almost ahead of this curve because you've been doing your network is essentially an internet presence. It's a streaming network. It doesn't have a presence on cable, doesn't have a presence over the air. It has been streaming. So you are a great person for people to be talking to in these days because that's what you've been embracing. The other thing that comes into play, what's held a lot of the streaming up over the years is a lack of bandwidth. You can only stream if you have the bandwidth. You see, we're having a few issues here tonight. We're dropping off. I don't know if it's my local bandwidth here, your local bandwidth, or something between the two of us. But without the bandwidth, the streaming doesn't work.
And, it's funny. All these major streaming sites and applications are just getting overloaded right now. Everyone, like when this quarantine started happening, people were having a lot of problems, kind of like we are right now. I don't know if this is software or what issue this is. You still there, buddy? Yeah, there you are. I have to. It doesn't just connect you back in. I have to click to bring.
And I think we should say for those watching tonight that you are working with a newer streaming product from one of the companies that has made streaming software for a while.
And they're awesome, but I think they're still in beta of this new patch because they're getting so much demand. This Wirecast, and I actually, even though you see question marks, I really do support Wirecast and what they do because their software, for me, I'm an editor and a technical director, so I know my ways around the switching and live switching and post switching. So it really makes sense to me, the layout, and I really like it. And they're going to figure out this rendezvous issue, but I think it'll be okay. We had a great stream the other night. We did this charity stream for AmeriCares. It had a bunch of popular, like the most popular figure skaters in the world, donating their time to support the relief of healthcare workers and raise money for supplies. And that went flawless. So
that's great.
We'll see. Okay, man.
No,
so
Wirecast and it has been around. They're not going anywhere. They're kind of the backbone under several streaming platforms. Live streams. It uses their product. It's basically the same product, just packaged a little differently.
Yeah.
I see Wirecast used in the corporate world, on a daily basis. It really is the go-to core product for streaming.
Do you have a favorite platform for streaming nowadays? Like a favorite tool?
No, we're forced to use them all because.
Well, that's not fun. Keep up, and he's back again. Do you see when you're going out? You see that you're not connected? When you drop
I
off?
get a total black screen.
Okay.
I lose everything when I go out. So.
All right. Well, it seems
no.
like
As for Facebook platforms, as professionals, we need to learn to work with all of them. And as long as the platform is designed and it has the ability for us to interface with them, they all are basically the same to me. There's some that have been around longer than others. There's some that are fighting to be new. Some are a little quirkier because they're new. But I, wouldn't talk negatively or positively about any of them. It's not because I don't want to offend anybody. It's just I'm an equal opportunity platform user.
So Greg, you're an engineer. You have clients and friends. I'm sure, just people in general know your profession. What do you get asked the most? What's your most frequently asked questions, and maybe an answer for that question that you can say?
Well, can you stream using this? It's asked on a daily basis. Can you interface us with this or with that? insert platform here. And the answer is always, I'll let you know tomorrow, and see if we can put our experts behind it and make it work. The thing I find myself doing more than anything else is trying to coach people a little bit on what are real basics of broadcasting. I mean, look, right now I have too much headroom. Making a better picture.
Oh, it's terrible when there's so much
horrible
headroom, right?
sun
You have to
coming
keep
from
telling
over
people to tilt down.
As I say in meetings 3 times a week, I'm tired of looking at.
Well, tired of looking at what? Tired of looking at what, Greg? Of what? Greg, are you there? All right, tired of looking at what?
People's ceilings. I'm tired of this.
Looking at question marks. That's what keeps happening.
Yeah. People just not being conscious of their camera when they're talking to somebody. You see it on your local news every day, because the local news is making use of Skype on a very regular basis. And you see even their anchors at home aren't framing shots properly. They're sitting in front of windows instead of looking at windows to get lit better.
So these are the broadcasters' pet peeves.
Yeah, these are broadcasters' pet.
Hey man, this is an open forum. Do you have anything else that grinds your gears?
Yeah, why are we doing this at dinner time?
You know what? I'm trying to keep to a consistent time every day, and 7 o'clock seems to be all. Don't you have dinner at 6? I don't have anything on a normal schedule like anybody other human. So 7, I feel like, is after dinner.
I've always been a late eater. I've always been a late diner. So.
Well, okay. So, how about? Do you get any security questions, with that you can talk about with these programs?
Yeah, we've been asked by people about security concerns. Different platforms have. Zoom was having some issues, but I believe they've addressed them pretty well. Zoom is now set where you can be password protected and you can send invites out. The biggest issue Zoom really had, in my opinion, was that people were doing meetings and publicizing them on platforms such as Facebook and putting the post out there. What did they expect? Somebody not to click on it to be funny?
Yeah.
Well,
that's just human privacy control. Oh, it keeps dropping out, but now he's back again.
Keeping your information private from the start is the best security you can have.
Yeah.
I don't think a one-on-one Zoom call with your mother is going to be hacked into, because if nobody knows it's there, it's going to be pretty tough to find.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's awesome, man. So I just want to bring up, like you said, you've been working, and it's great, but you're like kind of isolated too, right? Because that's the situation. Everyone's doing the right thing, staying safe. Yeah,
no, it's everybody's being. One of the things that we are doing is we are working smaller staffs. I'm in a situation where I can park very close to my office. I can get into my control room without essentially seeing anybody, because we're on a tighter staff. Unless I need assistance from somebody, which usually I can get via the telephone or via an intercom, I'm pretty much on my own. So
but you're one-man band, right? You always kind of have been, in the control rooms that we've worked together in. Like 1 or 2 people you need, but you can essentially, for a simple shoot, just do it all through software and minimal hardware, right?
Yeah, we've been moving to that anyway. As an industry, we're moving to, even the networks are doing it with control rooms with a TD that runs his own robotic cameras and plays his own tape. We've been doing the same thing as an industry, so we were kind of, for that reason, ready for this anyway. It's a little more cumbersome by yourself to do everything we do, but we make a few concessions in the way we do it and get it done. Our clients seem to be very happy.
Awesome. And happy clients are the best clients. Whoop, and I'm not happy with these question marks. Greg. Well, the good thing is that
If this was the connectivity I was giving them.
no one would be happy.
Yeah.
Well, this is
and
the
again,
first.
I don't know if it could be me because I'm sitting in a condo in Jersey, and I don't know how great my signal is. It could, it might be your software. I hope it's not.
No, we had like a week of test streaming last week with like 5 people in the dashboard here from Wirecast.
Gotcha.
So like coming from different areas, we made sure they were on Ethernet, had good internet, and we didn't have dropouts like this.
Yeah, I'm doing everything I shouldn't be doing. I'm on a wireless, sitting in the middle of my condo. I didn't set myself up real strong, which is one of the first things we tell our clients is make sure your computer's plugged in and make sure you got the best internet you can in your house.
Well, thanks, man, because you're my friend. You're coming on the show, so I appreciate you just doing it, and it's all right. We'll get past this question mark issue. But where was I going with this? Where do you think? First of all, I said I was going to bring this up. I'll bring it up now. Mets Phillies. We're missing out on this.
It's with I thought last year.
I'm a Mets fan, and Greg is a big Phillies fan. We always had a little fun with that. Can't wait till live sports gets back.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. You and I are the same. I'm a big sports guy. I spend my weekends. I've got multiple TVs, and I have multiple sports watching at the same time. And no live sports is the toughest thing I'm struggling through with this. I have enough toilet paper. Missing my golf and my Phillies and my everything is difficult. What do I think? I was disappointed last year. Philly got a lot of top-notch players, and they didn't quite seem to live up to the standard. So I'm hoping.
They didn't. Well, Greg, are you there? Hey, buddy.
I'm back again.
So I decided just to go right into showing some pictures.
There you go.
Look at this. This was, as I said, this whole facility is my house. That's my backyard. We had a barbecue with kind of work friends from the studio we worked at the time. And you're in there somewhere. Oh, wait, here you are.
I think that's me standing up. You're not allowed to use
there
that
you
photo.
are. But look, this is the backyard. That's the studio. I'm in the control room right on the other side of this. But you helped me part of my journey, and I want to thank you for that. That was just like a smelly old garage.
I'm always glad to help.
Yeah, you gave me your mini fridge. You let me use your Aja frame sink until I just compensated you with getting you something else from Black Magic. I don't even remember. But thanks for that, man. Always good times. And so where do you think? Where do we go from here? What do you think? What can you say on what your opinion is on the future?
I think we're going to see a mix going forward. I think we will see clients. I think particularly in the corporate world, not the broadcast world. I think you're going to see a cutback on corporate travel. You might see the size of conventions get a little smaller. I think people are going to think twice before they hop on an airplane, for something that they may be able to do on the internet.
But things like that make the broadcasters that much more valuable,
Yes, and streaming that much more valuable. I think, I think you're going to see a mix with the broadcast business. I think you're going to see a good percentage go back to traditional broadcasting, because face it, we've gotten to a world of high def and ultra high definition. Not everybody wants to watch a little box in the corner of the screen that breaks up.
Little box in the corner of your screen. What, Greg? What? What did you say?
The
little box in the corner of your screen. You said.
Yes, the little box or that small thing that they want to see a lot of their stuff in high resolution and live. So I think you'll see a mix. This is going to become more accepted, so more people will be making use of these tools. But I think we'll find our way back to the other advancements,
the high quality,
that we have.
Controlled stuff where you don't have dropouts like this when you're on fiber.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, see, there's no replacing that type of quality in hardline. But I just remember because I was kind of in the phase where I was 20 when I started in the studio. So I was 20 years old, started in the broadcast world, and then I just got the end of tape and analog and the beginning of digital. So I kind of got a taste of like beta decks and, you know, digi betas and when Skype started happening, people were like traditional broadcasters were completely not accepting it. But then the more it becomes a name, right? And clients, the more they hear the red camera, Skype, 5Ds, you know, Aries, you know, like the brand notoriety, that kind of just shifts the thinking and people want the terminologies they know.
Well, yeah, and I think there's two types of clients out there. There are clients that want the name because they've heard it. They want a red camera. They want you to use a platform because that's what they talked about on the news last night. But I think the more valuable clients are the clients that want you to get the job done, and the end product is what's most important to them.
Yeah,
they're the clients that you become to rely on. You know, they
come to rely on. He's gonna come back any second. There he is.
Yep.
They come to rely on was the last thing.
They come to rely on you, and they employ you, your company, your personnel, because you get the job done at the highest standard that it can be done, and aren't that worried about what tool you did it, because they understand the outcome is what it's all about.
It's all about your messaging, what you're trying to get across, right? And that it gets across.
And getting it across.
Man, Greg, thanks for coming on. I'm gonna cut this a little shorter because we don't want any dropouts anymore, but I love you, man.
Hey, Natalie, thanks for watching.
Natalie, yeah, we get anxiety anytime stuff like this happens, right? Like you don't sleep well at night. So,
Exactly.
Gregory Link. I've never called you Gregory, but
most people
thanks,
don't.
Man. Anything you want to say before you sign off?
No, Paul, it's just good to see you. Keep up what you're doing. I'll keep up what we're doing. Never hesitate to call. And you know, it's a world where we all have to help each other out and guide each other through all this new technology. Dude,
and that's what I'm all about, connecting people, staying connected, helping people through technology and the arts and creation, like, you know, creativity. So thanks, man. Thank you for being a part of what we're doing here from the beginning and now during this interview. We'll have you back on. We'll figure it out, that whole the issue there, but no, it's going to be great. Yeah. And we'll talk soon, brother.
And hey, thanks for introducing me to a new tool, the Rendezvous
It's a great tool. Guys. Don't let the question marks get away from you.
Yeah,
you know.
I'm anxious to take a look at it.
Well, real quick, I know I wrapped already, kind of, but what's awesome about it is you have the pre-interview. Like you're in a different dashboard where you can have a room of people, and you don't even have to take everybody into the live show.
Yeah,
so you can choose who you want to take in the live show, and someone can produce in that dashboard while we take. Someone can produce in that dashboard while we take the rest of the guests in the show, and someone can be in that window with you. So that's really cool. That's what's really awesome about it. So
yeah, that's interesting.
I'm really enjoying it. Good. And it's all based on internet, like you said. It's bandwidth, man. Maybe next time when you're in your home base at PA, you get on some hard line.
No, I think my bandwidth there is worse, but I live in the sticks there, man.
That's true. Well, I'll run you a cable. We'll run a very long cable to you from here.
From Brooklyn, that'd be great.
Yeah. I've always wanted to do that. I've kind of want to run a long cable from my house to like a friend's house 10 blocks down and just connect that, get like an SDI cable and get a camera feed.
And put 2 tin cans on the end of it?
Yeah, like but dress up in like, this is probably super illegal, but like dress up in like the whole workman outfit, go up there and start running cable on the telephone line. I've always imagined doing that.
Yeah.
But exactly. we'll keep it safe and legal here.
Keep it safe. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Later, brother.
We will all get through this. And I'll talk to you soon, man. Be good.
Talk to you soon, bro. And thanks everybody for watching. And don't forget, just like we do here at Bridgeside, support creators, build community, start rolling. See you
Go
on the
Phillies.
Bridgeside. Go Mets. Mets. Let's go Mets. It's a good way to end it. Later, man.
Later, man. Be good.